So I really, really wanted to talk to you guys about patience, like I said. So mainly the main thing that I just thought of, and the reason I wanted to do this spontaneous sort of session was literally because I think the number one reason I was just thinking about a mentee that I taught I think like a couple months back, and she's great, and so she basically turned like a few hundred into over 10K, um, and it was insane. She did it in like a month, right? And so the thing about that and the reason I bring this up is literally because she's actually doing bad now, and I'm wondering why. And so every single time that she hits me up and says, "Hey Pat, like I need this, I need that, I need help seeing it this way or that way," every single time, and that's happened about like 6 or 7 times, which is perfectly fine. But it's not perfectly fine if she keeps on doing it and keeps on making that the same mistake over and over and over again. The main thing that I bring this up for is because every single time she tells me that she missed out, she lost like 10% this day, loses like a few percents over here and there, and just has consistent losses still, even after talking to me, is because of the patience. It's always, always, always the same thing. It's the fact that she's trading a little bit too early in the time, in the day. And I really think that if she's just doing what makes her that much money that fast, over 10K in a month from just a few $100s, you know, why not just continue to do that? And so I think the main thing that she has a problem with is that patience. So I'm telling you guys, like, if you are not patient, that is the only reason you'll lose, because you guys all know how to trade. You guys all can read the chart successfully. And if you can't, please tell me later. But it ultimately, you guys have made successful trades before. I think all of us, and if not all of us, then soon all of us have made 100% trade in the past. And that is possible. And so the fact that you've done that, it's not luck. You didn't do it because you were lucky. You did it because you were calm, you were patient. So find your successful trades that you did in the past, and just like you would analyze a trade that you lost, analyze trades that you won, and find how you did that and why that worked. My favorite setup personally is the bull flag. If I see a bull flag all damn day, I'm making money, no doubt, I think, on a bull flag. Like, that's how confident I am personally about how a bull flag is. And, if I were to pull up the SPY right here, I see you guys are checking out the chart right now. Um, it's all day with these bull flags. I mean, we've just seen a giant weekly time frame bull flag right here, and so this week should be no surprise. You guys all know that once you guys see it chopping around and has that support, wait for that aggressive fake out, and we see all this consolidation happening over here. I tell you guys all the time, just buy the bottom of the bull flag, and it hit the bottom of this bull flag over here and just popped straight off. And we were in SPY swing since 416 because of that. And so if you guys were not patient on a bigger time frame, then you would have gotten eaten alive right here. I'm sure some of you guys, if not all of us, even me, had struggled with trading and day trading during this one red week right here. But why? Like, maybe it was just a fake out on a weekly time frame to bring us down, scare all the traders out. And how many of the retail traders were bearish down here and thinking that the market was really, really going to crash? And yes, like, we talked about a potential crash, but we were thinking more so if it did come back to 450 or 445, which is right around here. And so, we're not saying the market's going to crash. We're just saying, the likelihood is there, since the pattern is the same as way, way, way far back. But I digress. The main thing is here that once you guys just see this sort of setup that you guys have, find the one setup that you made money on and you make money on all day long every day. And if you're just patient enough to wait for that setup, then the funny thing is that the patience, it doesn't even really matter in a way that, here, let me reframe it. So when you guys constantly probably want to just, oh, I want to every single day wake up and make a trade, make a trade, make a trade, right? And it becomes this sort of constant just circling in your head of, okay, where's the trade, how can I make a trade, and it's like, it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. And so when you pretty much think that you always have to make a trade, you actually lose more. So the more trades you want to take, because the more setups you want to find, you think that you're making more money doing that, but you're really not. You're actually going backwards, which means you're losing more money by trying to make more trades. You see where I'm going with this? So what I'm saying, the final point of that is that if you are patient and you just wait for a bigger time frame to do a really easy setup, then all of that time that you would have waited right here through all of these weeks, let's say you didn't make a single trade all of these weeks, these multiple weeks, however many that is, and you just waited for the bull flag to fake out, hit the bottom of this bull flag over here, this 416 level, right? Then you would have just taken one single trade out of like 2 or 3 months of just descending price action, missing all this. One single trade of holding from 416 to 444, right where it's at now, that would have counteracted all of the time that you did not trade right here and actually made you more money. You would have made more money than you would have trading every single day right here. Obviously, unless you know how to 100% no doubt full confidence trade every single day, then yeah, sure, like that would not apply to you. But for I think the most part, for the most of us, I really do think that if you guys just wait, all you need is one solid easy ass trade to really take your account up. And so I'm saying that the more you try to trade, the less you actually make. What do you guys think? Is there any thoughts of that?
Yeah, I agree. Commission fees add up.
Surely. Yeah, and those are meant to be negligible. But yeah, you're right. And it's not just the commission fees, it's really just you guys might make, how many of us really hit a really good trade, maybe like a couple 100%er, maybe like even like a 30 or 50%er, and it's a good substantial amount. It really affected our account because I see you guys in profits and losses knocking out like 20% of your account, 10% of your account, 8% of your account, every single day almost. And that's awesome, but all it takes is one shit trade to really screw you up. And so if you just, instead of trying to make more trades, literally dial it back and wait for a massive time frame, like a daily. Let me show you guys. You guys are gonna like bug when I show you this. Like for example, if you just waited for this double top here, see market's clearly in a downtrend, right? You see from here to down here, that's like 100% for example, but this pullback is probably about 50% of this 100%. You know what I mean? So I always tell you guys, like, wait for that 50% pullback right there. It's just, it pushes up halfway of the down move, it pushes back up just to retest. It's a pullback, that's all it is. And so once you see that pullback right there, it's a daily time frame, so you know you're gonna get a pretty nice move out of it. And then you see it just double top right here, and you're saying, oh my god, it's a huge downtrend, it's a 50% pullback. I call it retracement of that, right? Would you guys agree that that area right there is about halfway from this move up here, right, to like down here? That's about like halfway of that. And so once that happens, that's just what a pullback is. Like when it's a bull flag, it pushes up like this, it'll probably retrace like maybe 50% of it right down here of this uptrend move and then push higher. That's just how bull flags kind of work. And so right, like here, this downtrend to up from that, let's say that's 100%. You see that 50% pullback right down here, halfway between the bottom here and the top here. That halfway point is where you would just buy on a bull flag, for example. And so if you guys just did not make any intraday trades here, then you would have just seen this double top, and then the next day you would have probably just went straight into puts once it came and retested that double top up there, and you would have just been loving life because it would just be a good push down. So that, and then try to think about it this way too. Just look at this candle, for example. Any one of these really. This candle right here, let's think about this huge green candle right here. I bet you if I went on a small time frame, on a 5 minute or 1 minute for example, the stock would have went all over the place, right? Like all up and down, maybe even do huge down moves to stop you out. And but the end of the day, it was a huge green candle. And so you guys are losing money on these tiny little 1 minute sort of pullbacks that are making you hit your stop loss, and you're going red trying to chip away at the tree instead of just using the chainsaw and just chopping it down with patience. This candle, big, beautiful green, I bet you people blew their account left and right on this day. No doubt. See this day right here. Simple pullback. People were stopped out. A lot of, probably like hundreds of thousands of people blew their account in this little wick right here. And how ridiculous does that sound to you? Probably very, very ridiculous. Like how on earth could people blow their account like that? Well, I'm telling you guys, it's because you're impatient. And impatience is not just about, clicking the buy button all the time and making trades. It's about just holding and being confident and just being way patient. If I'm telling you guys, the 1 minute and the 5 minute is why you're blowing your accounts. Because I bet you on the 1 minute, this is just terrorizing your brain right here. This little wick right here. Shoot, sorry. My bad. So that's just like really, really screwing you up.
Wait, Pat. So would you advise us to avoid the 1 5 minute altogether?
Um, Honestly, like, I don't want to ban you from it, but like, that should never be the only thing you're watching. You guys see me in voice chat, right? I'll be live trading, screen sharing, and I'll be over here on the 1 minute, right? And I'll be looking at the 1 minute for the most part because I already know what the 1 hour is doing. I already know that, yeah, it's like ascending right here. It's got some sell wicks. But as soon as this breaks over, I'm like, okay, it's totally ignoring the ascending wedge. Now all I want to do is see that, okay, it's up here. Obviously, I'm not buying. I'm going to wait till it retests my key level right here at 441.2. And then I'll go in, right? I drew that 441.2 because of this top area right here. Literally this top right here. And so all I do is get a breakout and a retest of that. And so I already know what the 1 hour is doing. I know the 1 hour right here is bull flagging. Remember, Manny, this is the day that you were trying to short. But what you didn't
Yeah.
realize was that this was simply just a bull flag that was literally retesting yesterday's high right here.
Yeah, I had a supply zone up there too, right? So I was thinking, okay, like after that initial breakout, right, it didn't seem to break above like the top of that bull flag, so it pulled back down, right? I was thinking, okay, maybe this is like a little bearish, and then it pushed back up again, right? But it still didn't break above that top, which is why I thought it was like bearish. Does that make sense?
Yes, but this is just an hourly 3 bar play. You know the 3 bar play.
Yeah.
And I understand that like rejected at first, but it's not like it made a lower low. It's not like it kept shooting down. It actually had a bigger buyer's wick than seller's wick at the top.
Okay.
See, and so that's just a regular 3 bar play. That happens on the 1 minute. That right there, remember these 3 bars right here. Literally, I'll just find one on the 1 minute. Right here. Push, indecision candle, push. 3 bar play. 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar. So if you see a bigger buyer's wick than seller's wick, and that's not always the case. It could be a seller's wick too. This right here is a push, little bull flag right here, push. And I know what you might be thinking, oh, isn't that a bearish candle combo? Well, yeah, but then you're looking at the 1 minute. So think about that. And also, wouldn't it matter that this bull flag here pushed up and then retested the bottom of this bull flag? Wouldn't that fact that happened matter more than this bearish candle combo right here?
Yeah.
So this, bigger patterns, it's like bigger dog is always gonna kick the smaller dog's ass. And so if that's happening, I'm like, oh my god, like if the 1 minute's bullish, then the friggin' 1 hour, it very well could be too. I'm just trying to say that, it's fine to watch the 1 minute. I literally personally take trades on the 1 minute only because I know what the 1 hour is doing. So all I'm using the 1 minute for personally is literally just to snipe my entry. like I did these Airbnb puts, or sorry, not puts, calls,
Yeah, I
right?
feel like I might be better off if I just like for the most part look at the 1 hour, and then like only when I see a perfect opportunity on the 1 hour do I switch to the 1 minute.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that'll be a better idea for me.
Look right here. See how this was bull flagging right here?
Yeah.
All I wanted it to do, I just wanted it to touch my bull flag right here. You see this 3 bar play right here? So I know
Yeah.
the fact that that was just sideways like that and just touches that bull flag, I'm like, okay, it's bull flagging on top of a bull flag on the 1 hour. And so when I look on the 1 minute, I just see how it's sort of downtrending, bull flagging. And although yes, like this is has support here and it fails, I know like the 1 hour is showing a fake out.
Can you pull up the 1 hour again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I personally would be hesitant to take a play like that because, like, yeah, I do see the bull flags, but I also see rounding.
I know, but think it's there's no reason to be bearish here.
Yeah, it's literally bull flag after bull flag right there.
There's no reason to be bearish here, and you know it's a breakout and a retest. So
is rounding not a good enough reason in this case?
well, think like I told you the other day, right? Think about this. What matters more? The fact that this is rounding right here, or the fact that it literally had such an it's been just aggressively bought all day. SPY itself is nonstop ripping for the last week. SPY is actually ripping because of a massive weekly bull flag. And everyone thought the market was crashing. And like how you see how I have way more reasons to be bullish than I have just to be bearish based on this rounding right here.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So just you're talking about one bearish reason, and you're giving that you're putting that one bearish reason right there on the pedestal, versus the bull flag right here that broke out and got retested by making another bull flag on top of a bull flag.
Okay.
And you're not only doing that, Manny, but you're also completely ignoring this inverse head and shoulders right here that happened, and it took almost
I
a
didn't see
whole
that.
month, almost a
I
whole
didn't see that.
month to
Yeah.
do that. You know, so I mean, think about what you're ignoring right now.
Yeah.
And think about this too. Sure, it's rounding, but if it's rounding, then it should probably continue rounding. You know, it's not just gonna die like the end of the day, especially not if SPY is in a weekly bull flag and still has so much momentum to it.
Hmm. Yeah, usually whenever I take an approach like this, I try to think in the eyes of a dip buyer, right? So like when I see like large green candles, it's like, okay, I kind of want to scalp an opportunity for puts, because like I don't know, it could be too overextended, and like I feel like a pullback would be necessary eventually, and you know,
Absolutely. So why
yeah,
not just wait for this bull flag to break out, and then you know it has to retest because it broke out, and so then you can buy puts.
yeah, okay,
Because you, like you just said perfectly, said I know it should retest, I know it should come back down, because if it broke out then it should retest, but
yeah,
not like this. You know, you're talking about something like this right now. You know, you're thinking that should happen, you know, and I'm like, what
yeah,
the hell, man? You're like, it's a bull flag after a bull flag. Like, what's more likely?
okay.
You're missing, you're telling me that you would take the bear side because of one reason when there's 14 other reasons to be bullish.
Well, I wouldn't be all out bearish. Like I think for
No,
the
I
most part, I
know.
would try to scalp like those
I'm just
smaller
saying,
trades.
like, I'm putting in the
Yeah,
extreme, you know, just to, for the sake
yeah,
of the understanding.
yeah. It's just scary to buy overextended candles.
Oh,
So
I know.
yeah.
Dude, I literally bought the top. I bought calls on SPY over 440. 444 actually.
But why?
I bought SPY calls literally right here at the absolute top, because I was
Wow.
just like, you know what? Like it's bull flagging. Like I'm if I short this, I feel like I would lose. Like I just felt like that. And then it just made this, it just ripped right there, and I made like a bunch of money right there. I made like 50% or something.
Yeah.
I'm just
So if I was looking at that trade, what would I be looking? What would I be seeing? Yeah, I'll be seeing it's kind of like far away from like the support line, right? And I'm thinking, okay, it's a 1 minute, so I'm susceptible to fake outs, right? So like I personally wouldn't take that trade, right? But I definitely see where
Yeah.
you're coming from.
But it's the momentum. That's the only reason I did that, was just because, okay, it's power hour, it's Friday, and it's just fucking Teslaing all the way. Like it's nonstop. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
By Teslaing.
Yeah.
What's up, people?
What's
So,
up, man?
how you doing?
How the Bahamas?
Pretty much, I just love it. I just decided to join. I just saw the notification. We just got back to the hotel.
Nice. Nice. We're just talking about patience and like why they should.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I need to be here for this session too. Hopefully, it's recorded.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do I, Mel. So do I.
That's something I struggle with 100%. Pat knows.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's gonna fix that for you guys is really the this trying to think like, how about this for the next week for all of you guys? You guys are only allowed to take 3 trades a day. Okay, if you, and obviously, you know, if you listen to me or not, you know, you're gonna see the benefit at the end of the week. Um, what that's gonna do is make you really focus on the setups, the prime setups, right? You're not just gonna take, oh, willy-nilly trades. You're not just gonna think, oh, I have money, I'm gonna spend it. You know, you're gonna think, okay, I have ammo and I have to shoot it with precision and accuracy, and I have to be 100% confident. And I know I did that before when I waited and only limited myself for 3 trades a day, right? And what happened to me was I actually was really nervous, right? Because I was like, oh my God, only 3 trades a day. I only have $1,000 account. Um, you know, I'm scared. Like they have to be right or else I'm screwed. You know, and it scared me,
Yeah.
right? And so that happens to all of us, I think. And so, like, really the way that I just got past that was just by calming myself down and realizing that, okay, like nothing can hurt me. I'm not in a trade right now. My ammo's there. And I just focused on thinking that way, where I was like completely detaching myself from the fact that, yeah, if I lose this, then, you know, I'd be screwed. And so instead of scaring myself further, I realized that scaring myself with that, it never got me anywhere. And it's just, you know, I would be boggled down and putting myself in this sort of mental lock. You know, it's like I'd be putting myself in a cage for no reason, mentally.
Pat, one of the questions I have is like, so I know you tend to do this. I can't, and I want to get better. Like when you have small pullbacks, those contacts get killed. How do you hold through those?
Small pullbacks and what?
Like when you spike, let's say you got into right over. Like
Okay.
you see that second pullback.
Yeah.
How do you hold it through that? Like the area of just like staying flat. How do you hold that? Those contracts keep you know, how do you hold it? Where like that's where the nation comes in, because the price does what it's supposed to do, but the contracts get killed.
I understand. So, you know, the audio was a little bad, Malika. So I think you said that how do I hold through this kind of chop right here through this while the contracts are dying, and like this
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
strong
Yes.
pullbacks right here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Yep.
the way that I do it is literally because this is scary, right? This looks very, very scary, right? But magic words, larger time frame. If you just look at the 15-minute, all you have here is an ascending triangle right here. And you have literally a 3-bar play right here. One aggressive buy. Granted, it was shorted, but it turned into a bull combo right here. I survived this pullback because I saw this support right here, and I thought to myself, well, you know, SPY really, really pushed. Yes, it pulled back, and it successfully had buyer's wicks down here and pushed up, right? And so I see, yes, the push was a little too high too fast, and price needs to slow down and calm down. So I'm going to be patient and give the stock room to do its move. I'm seeing that only so far, you know, look at just so far right here, all that's happened is bullish things, right? It held right here, and let me get rid of these zones so it's clear. I see, you know, it pushed up really hard here. It had a little indecision over here, pushed up really aggressively. Nice. I saw it retest, and I just see, yeah, okay, nice. It broke out of that pre-market high. It just to give myself another reason. I'm not always looking at that, but that's a good reason, right? I see that it bull flagged even here in the day previously, and that's exactly where it got bought up right here. And so the fact that there's been nothing bearish about SPY yet makes me think, okay, well, like, why would I sell? I mean, we're clearly breaking out of a weekly time frame, and any sort of intraday pullbacks, I'm not going to get scared of. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, like, I'll just let it pull back, and, if it breaks down here, then oh well, that's very unlikely to happen because of the fact that it's only been doing bullish things for the last 4 days, and it has bull flagged on the hourly time frame all from after hours into the pre-market. So all from after hours here to pre-market was a gigantic bull flag that just retested this consolidation zone and the top of this bull flag over here. So the way to answer your question, Malika, is it's
pretty much it's like look at bigger time frames.
exactly what I was about to say.
Okay.
Look at the bigger time frames because, like I just said earlier, this day right here, what is this? This is the 24th of February. That day, we talked about that earlier. Can you imagine people blew their accounts this day?
I remember that day, yeah.
People blew their accounts that day. Let's look at the 24th and see what happened. I'm literally going to pull up the 24th and just see what happened.
Yeah, I remember people were like kind of shocked. I know I got into calls a little earlier, but I held it through because I was like, yeah, there's no way.
So this, what I just showed you guys, is this day right here. Let's pull up SPY on the daily. Okay.
Sorry if my connection is bad. I'm at a hotel Wi-Fi.
You're fine, brother. I can understand what you're saying. So 24th of February, you guys see it just above here on the left where it says D2/24 2022. That day, look at that beautiful green candle. But through all this, imagine people buying here, same days, stopped out for a loss. Pissed off, right? Because it pushed up higher. Then they buy again, stopped out for a loss. And so that person, what I just talked about, who's breakout trading on the 1 minute and 5 minute, is literally losing. He just made 2 losses, and the daily candle looks like that. What does that tell you?
You need to stop buying those tops.
You need to stop looking at the 1 and 5 minute too. I'm trying to say that it's okay to look at those time frames, but it's not okay if you're freaking out. Like you're meant to freak out on those time frames. And I understand, guys. I was there too. When I had money, my first time taking a trade, I was like, oh my God, like I have to watch every single tiny little price movement because I have money on the trade. It's my hard-earned money. I'm scared I'm going to lose it in one red candle. And so I would just get stopped out all day long because I was just so scared that it was going to keep pulling back. What I failed to do, and why I always tell you guys look at the bigger time frames, is because that's where the price wants to go on the bigger time frame. Well, that's where it's going to go on the smaller time frame. So honestly, my trick to making the hit rates that I do on same days, and why I do weeklies and same days all the time personally, is really because I know what the bigger time frame wants to do. So all I'm doing now is just waiting for harsh red candles to make my same days cheaper. And I already know that it wants to go up because it gapped down from 421 to 411. Like, okay, that's a friggin' huge gap down. And I have this reason, that reason to be bullish on the daily chart. So if I'm bullish on the daily chart, then all I have to do is wait for the 1 minute and 5 minute to come as low as they can, to be as big and red and scary as they possibly can. And then I'm going to buy. Because I know that, some person in the world who's only looking at the 1 minute and is scared of their money is stopping out, and I'm buying their contracts because I know how this works. That's how I make the hit rates I do, is because I know what the daily wants to do already. So all I'm going to do is wait for some ugly ass red candles on the intraday like this, and then I'm going to buy. Why? Okay, it's bull flagging. Nice. It showed a little bit of buying pressure here. It pushed down. Nice. It's at the bottom of this bull flag too. Very nice. I'm going to take that trade. Pushes up, awesome. Buyers are present. Pull back, perfect. If I missed it right here, I can get it right here. Perfect, because it's bloody, ugly red candles, bull flagging on the intraday, and I already know what it wants to do. Probably go up. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. February 24th, like, what, like, I don't know, 7 a.m. Oh, 7 a.m. Just give me one moment. Alright, you guys see? Look at that. Pretty ugly candles. Pretty ugly candles. Nice. Nice. Big, ugly red candles. I love that. I literally love that. Nice. It's just retesting. Okay, what just happened? Okay, nice. Perfect. Looks good to me. Why don't we just go ahead and check out what we can do here? Nice. You know, I'm going to buy like maybe a 420 call. I know the contracts are pretty expensive. And I'm just going to do one, you know, just in case, because I know I'm buying on a green candle, so I don't want to get too risky. Nice. Oh, nice. So you see how they were big and ugly and scary, and then now it's going up? That's because the daily candle literally just gapped down $12 on SPY. And so I'll just wait. Nice, I've got my starter. Perfect. Happy with that. I just wait. I want to see some really ugly candle. I probably want it to like retest. Maybe I see it like bull flagged on the 5-minute right here. Let's see what that looks like on the 1 minute. Okay, nice. So it bull flagged right here. Perfect. So I see that when it bull flagged right there, that's probably where I would want to buy again, or if it made a lower low right here. That's not real. Ignore that. It's just on demand. On demand is strange. Right, so you see how it keeps reacting to this level here, this 414.6, because that's the bottom of my bull flag right there. Right, so you see if I were to buy in again, I'd probably be profitable. There you go. Yeah. And yeah, like this obviously might take a while, but you see like the, you know, the market's not crashing right now. It's not just crashing right now. If it's crashing, then it's doing a really good job. And it already has a gap above. I have a ton of reasons to be bullish here. You see how those really ugly red candles I would have just bought right there? And yeah, like it chops around, sure. But ultimately, at the end of the day, nice. Look, I've got a really nice red candle right there again. Can I buy more? Oh, yeah, I just got to do this. All right, cool. I might do like maybe like 4 contracts now because I'm kind of confident. Sweet. All right, awesome. See that wick right there? It held. Cool. Like you see how I'm just being patient and I'm waiting for these ugly red candles? So you see, like I just added, I have 5 contracts now. Maybe I'm comfortable with that being my full position. See, I was just down 21 bucks. Now I'm down 24 bucks. Sweet. Looks like theta is affecting me. Just being patient. It's on this like fast forward right now. You guys understand what I'm talking about right now?
Yeah, I feel like you should do this more often, like on demand live trading. It really puts everything into perspective.
Yeah. I mean, you guys watch me do it all day, every day.
Well, we don't actually see you like execute the trade, but
Oh.
you know.
Yeah, but I always tell you like, okay, I'm in. Like I'm in at this price and at that contract.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we could do that. Yes, like if I just go like an hour forward. Sweet, so you see how it pushed up all the way up there? And obviously I probably would have sold that. Right, you remember how it was down here just screwing around? See how that really red candle right there pushed all the way down there and ended up pushing back up? How many people stopped out right here for a loss? How many? Probably like at least, I would say at least 1 million people. That would be my
And
guess.
I'm saying, wait, so you wouldn't have been stopped out because it didn't close under that level, or?
No, it's because it's bull flagging. See?
Okay, yeah,
All these are
yeah,
just
yeah.
wicks. You just go on the bigger time frame and it's a wick.
I
Right?
see
So
what you mean.
so you see the wicks right here, they're nice wicks and it's like, "Oh yeah, pretty easy trade, right?" But on the 1 minute, you're ripping your hair out, you know, cuz there's a bunch of candles closing down here on the 1 minute. That's
Yeah.
why there's a wick here on the 15 minute. Right? Like check it out. That was the 7:30 to 7:45 and that's right here. 7:30 to 7:45. This is literally from 7:29 here to 7:45. So this is 15 or 16 minutes, I suppose. And that, all this right here is this candle right here. Now, how dumb do I sound when I say I'm going to trade on the 1 minute all the time now? Or base all my trades? Yeah, exactly.
Pretty sure.
Very foolish of me. You guys are all getting stopped out once you see this scary ass red candle, but what you're failing to see is that it's literally bull flagging on the 15 minute. So my new rule for you guys, please, 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 next week, lowest time frame you should be watching should be the 15 minute. Lowest time frame.
Yeah, I'll start doing the 3 trades a day thing too.
There you
I can
go.
definitely do that.
You
Yeah.
sound like someone who wants to get better at trading.
I do. That's why I'm so active whenever you're doing sessions, bro.
Yeah, dude. See, and that's why you're going to be successful, Manny, because you keep on asking questions to me and the admins.
Yeah.
See? Remember how I was red 24 bucks? And I was patient with my starter position, and then I added my bulk size when I was down the most possible on my starter position on the ugliest red candle? Now I can just take profit whenever I want, but I see, okay, the 15 minute is literally still doing bullish things. So I suppose I would ask myself, okay, maybe I could sell now because the 15 minute is quite pushed up. I think it might pull back again, maybe to like 417 on the smaller time frame. That if that really would affect my contracts, then yeah, I for sure would exit right here for the $233.50 profit. Right? And so I would just exit that and then I would just wait. Right? And so I'll literally just close that order. Not for a limit, for market. Nice, locked it in, no stress, because you know I know this is probably gonna pull back a little bit, right? And so I'm fine with that. See how it keeps going up? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I took profit when I was happy. I'm fine with that. Nice, so I see. Awesome. I'm gonna probably just boost up a little bit of time, maybe to like 9. I don't know, like 9, like maybe 15. Hell yeah. See how patient I was? See where I took profit? I knew it was going to pull back on the 15 minute. I knew it. I just knew it. Because it was way too overextended. And I'm going to sell where the sellers sell. Right? And I know this is going to go up, but maybe not right now. Because I know bull flags take time. They take time. It's not just going to rocket. How realistic is it for it to just rocket all the way to 422 nonstop on my same days? Like right now.
That's kind of the logic I used for that day I was bearish, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, see that? Cool. I'm thinking, yeah, big ugly red candle. The 15-minute is still bull flagging. I'm pretty confident about it. I might go in pretty heavy now. Right, down a few bucks. Cool. Expected. Obviously, don't do that, guys. Do the starter position. But you see, the fact that this made a lower low for me is good because I know that bull flags descend. So I should expect a lower low on that. All I'm looking for here is for the 15-minute to be bull flagging. That's all I'm seeing right now. That's all I'm seeing right now. So you see how I was smart to take profit up there, be patient down here. And you see, as long as it's holding my roof here at 416.3, that's my roof right there. And so anything under that for me is a discount as long as this pattern stays true. You know, obviously, guys, if it starts shooting down here and just shooting down nonstop, then I gotta get out because the bull flag's failing. Now I'm down a chunk. Sweet. But I'm confident because this is a bull flag. And I'm only down this much because I didn't do the starter position. So let that be a lesson. I just blew all my profits right here because I didn't do the starter position. That's why I tell you guys, I'm down on the day. I just made a glorious trade earlier and now I'm down on the day because of that. How stupid am I? Oh no, oh my gosh, like I keep losing. See why the starter position is so smart? Right now, I know this is a bull flag. I'm confident this is a bull flag. And I still trust my trade. So there's no reason for me to sell because I have no, like, there's totally no reason for me to sell here because I'm confident that this will continue going higher. You know, I only sell when I no longer believe in the setup. Or I just lose more money than I'm okay with. So I understand if you would want to cut for that $300 loss right there. But as long as I believe in my setup, and I'm not being biased right now, like I fully believe in my setup, then I would hold. If I'm so confident, and I gotta make sure I'm not being biased. I gotta make sure. And the way that I undo my bias is I look at the daily candle, I'm like, okay, that's still pretty low. I look at the 1 hour time frame, I'm like, okay, yeah, like that should be expected. That's a really big push up, and it should pull back to about halfway down. So if I do this, right, about halfway down would be around here, right? For that big push up, halfway down. Cool, so I'm like, okay.
You could draw the Fibonacci too if you really want to be that exact, but yeah.
I mean, it, you know, as long as this is exact for me, real quick, because that's the bottom of the bull flag. And so I really should have just been more patient and waited until here. And then I wouldn't have to suffer, oh, excuse me, I wouldn't have to suffer this $265 loss that I have right here.
See, I've done that myself, getting in too early on a drop, and then it still drops just a little bit more, and then it's getting killed on freaking weeklies. So I think when you say that it's very important to get the longer expiries just to be safer, you know, you're not going to get hit as much, and you're not going to get, psychologically faked out and then end up selling before it rips.
Exactly. And I'm not freaking out here because I have the longer expiry, right? I don't right now, obviously, but, you know, for example, like you just said, like these red candles, I'm only down maybe like 5%, 6%, instead of like 40%.
Exactly.
So it's manageable, and it helps me to, it decreases my emotional stress. And yes, sure, it does decrease the profit percentage if you are right, but it also decreases the loss percentage too, if I'm wrong. See how I trusted my analysis here? Bottom of the bull flag. You guys have to have a level where you're like, okay, I'm not taking it unless it's bull flagging and it hits the bottom of my previous bull flag here. You see, I told you guys earlier, this is the setup that makes me the most money, is the bull flag, because I know how to wait for the bottom of a previous bull flag, and then I wait for a larger bull flag that takes more time to show itself. It's not real again. It's just on demand. You know, the earlier one disappeared too. You know, and so if I want to go 45, let's say, like 15 minutes later. Nice. I trusted myself. See how it was just seconds ago, bloody, ugly, and red. And now I'm happy and I'm living life. And I'm up 270 bucks. I'm up 500 bucks on the day because I trusted my analysis. Now, I would be up more if I did the starter position. So don't just put your whole size in right away, or you will regret it. Promise. Promise you, you'll regret it. Right, and one after another. I might go like maybe an hour later. And now Patrick is happy because he was patient and he waited for the bottom of his bull flag here. He bought the absolute bottom. For example, right, I know I bought here, but that was only to show you guys why getting in early is very dangerous. But I always want you guys to get in on the bottom of a bull flag. You know, a 50% pullback on the 1 hour time frame. Remember the 1 hour time frame that was really ascendy and ugly? Yeah, it was just a bull flag. All it needed was a little 50% pullback. So that also can answer your question, Manny, about taking it down. Because remember, think about this, Manny. Sometimes I buy dips and they end up becoming bear flags. And so I have to get out.
Yeah.
So just like you would buy puts up here, it might end up turning into a bull flag. And so you would have to get out.
Okay, that makes sense.
You buy puts up there. And that's fine because, yeah, it does need that 50% pullback.
Can you flip back to the 15-minute real quick? Because I know your original conviction was based off of the bull flag on the 15-minute.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, okay,
It was just
where
a
would I take profit
resistance.
in this case? I'd probably take profit around now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Because they're same days.
Okay.
I think it's going to go higher, sure. But right now, wow, look at what I caught on SPY, guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He made my portfolio.
With 10 contracts. Nice. Up $2,000 on the day. I'll call it quits on the day. See the power of patience. But this all is happening because of the weekly time frame, because of the daily time frame, and because of the gap on the daily. And a big push down should get a 50% retracement, right? I'm gonna just estimate like right there, 424. So, you know, I'm not thinking I'm gonna hold my calls all the way to 424, right? But I at least know that I should get some sort of push up because the market just gapped down, SPY gapped down $12 overnight. I mean, the last time that was that happened was probably when, you know, Omar was probably eating like baby food when he was a child. You know, and so like what my point is, how often does that happen? That itself is a very bullish reason, right? Because SPY does not ever gap down $12 overnight. How do you guys feel? What do you think?
Yeah, this week I'm gonna limit myself to 3 trades a day, and I think I'm gonna stop with the 0 DTs. Like, I don't know, I only really trade 0 DTs because my account is small. And I feel like the premiums are still pretty jacked for the ETFs. So, actually, no, I'm not entirely sure if I want to stop doing that just yet. But yeah, like I think I'm gonna make it more of a habit to like look at the bigger time frames more frequently, because I feel like I have a tendency to tunnel vision a lot. So I'm just gonna make it a habit to flip very often.
Good. You guys always see me doing this. I'm tweaking in the voice chat. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm looking at the daily again. Like, okay, and then I look at the 1 minute. I'm like, okay, what's it doing? Okay, cool. I probably would wait for the retest of this resistance right here for like under 419. So I'd personally probably If I was just doing this right now, I'd probably say SPY calls under 419 again.
Isn't this around 50%?
Yeah, of that move, sure, but I also have some really key support here, and I'm looking at the 1 minute. Remember, one of the biggest bearish reasons should be that you're looking at the 1 minute. I wish I could check how much money I spent today to make this profit. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Nice. So I would probably go for calls again. Okay, I might do like the same ones I've been doing all day. Market, right? Obviously the starter. Cool. Nice. So I'm on this big bloody red candle at the lowest risk area and the highest potential profit area. Nice. See how it pulled back and just retested my resistance right here, my resistance right here? So if I really do believe in it, and I think it should close back up, and this, excuse me. I think that this 5 minute candle should end up as a wick and start to return high to go back to 421. See, because now it's oversold, right? Because it's under my resistance. That's my opinion. Yeah, okay, well, I couldn't even finish my sentence before it went back up. But you see what my logic there? Why I would buy right here is because it was oversold underneath resistance, and I already know it's bullish.
Okay.
Yeah, and so in that case, you know, I'm up like 20 bucks, okay. But I wanted to average down a little bit under there, and so I might do like, I know the candle's already green, so if I don't want to risk it too much, you know, of my profits today, and I still want to play a little bit, and I'm confident. I'm not just trading to trade right now. I'm trading because I genuinely believe that this is really going to go up, and I'm being unbiased about it too. Let me check how the 1 hour looks just to make sure. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Bull flag, maybe a little bit of sellers because it pushed up a little too high too fast. And yeah, we're going to go. On demand makes the ghost wick for no reason. It's not even real, as you can see. But, right, as you can see, that worked. My plan worked. Wait for that resistance retest, and then go. And then if I'm patient, let's see how it worked. Let's do like 20 minutes further. Nice. See? Pushed up. Little fake out there. Perfect. Hit the bottom of my bull flag right here. A bull flag right here, right? Just got to hit the bottom of that. And I know it didn't hit the bottom right here, but remember, you're looking at the 1 minute. If I take a look at the 5, yeah, that's still pretty bad. Nope, right there. You see why it bounced right there was literally because it had the most amount of price action reacting to my 418 level right here. You see it broke out and retested right here before flying. It resisted right there. It resisted right here, bear flagged and pushed down. It resisted right here. It resisted right here. So that level right there is a level that I would love, 418. And nice, 337 bucks on the trade. If I'm happy, I'm closing. But I am confident it's going to go up. I just don't even want to be in the trade anymore because I'm happy. I made a really good trade. So you see how I'm just dicing this SPY left and right? Right, and then by the end of the day, since I was confident it's going to go up, let's see how that worked. Nice. Nice. and I actually bought it right here. Pretty easy. What do you guys think? Makes sense why to be patient?
Yeah, probably easier said than done, but I'm willing to put in the work.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take time to figure it out entirely, but I mean, you guys see me do this every single day, like every single day.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm not blowing my account every week anymore, so that's a step in the right direction.
Absolutely, you just gotta be
Yeah.
patient, dude, and you're too scared. You're looking at the 1 minute and 5 minute, and that's scary. You know, it's scary and it freaks you out.
Yeah.
Makes you second guess yourself a bunch. So, you know, the reason that the 1 minute is mooning is simply because the daily candle was going to moon from the get go.
And you're saying that because it was oversold underneath a daily support? Or is this
Well, if you just look at the weekly time frame, notice how when it loads, there was all this consolidation here, and we literally just bought the bottom of the bull flag on the weekly time frame. That's 415. In this case, it gapped under 415, which is even more of a reason to be bullish because it's very oversold. What do you guys think? You think you'd be more patient now?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
You'll find out when
Now,
during the week.
how about this, Manny? Think about this. Instead of buying same days and having to worry about taking profit up here, like I had to, remember, and then I waited for this pullback, and then I had to get in again, and then I had to
Yeah.
get in again right here. Instead of worrying about that, if I had like a month out expiry, you know, at like a 413 call or 410 call, would I even have to sell during these pullbacks?
Yeah, no, but the thing is though, like I have a small account, right? So our premiums are pretty jacked, so I can't really afford to play like longer expiries.
Okay. Let's see.
So I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm willing to play like maybe like 3 days out, if that's fine. Yeah, the premiums are pretty jacked on SPY. Like I mostly trade SPY for the most part. I don't want to be all over the place, so I'm only focusing on one ticker.
This is the 410 call. Let's see where it was this morning.
I'm pretty sure if you get an IBKR brokerage account, then you'd be able to like you have an instant buying power, so you can like buy a safe contract, sell it, and then still have money. Versus like any other cash account, like you really have to pick one good trade, and that's all you get.
Yeah. So this contract right here is less than a month out. It's the March 18th, and we're looking at February 24th. This morning it was at $1,400.
My account's $1,000.
Okay.
And I'm
Then-
trying to stick to like good risk management, so I want to like maybe play like the most I'll probably spend for a position is maybe like $200 or like 300 maybe, because I'm still not used to like, you know, getting these like sniper entries. So I want to like I still want to be like I still want to put like relatively less risk, so I'll be less emotional too.
Okay, but do you lose more money when you do that, or do you think you'd lose more money doing this with these bigger contracts?
I mean, I haven't figured it out yet, so I'm not really sure. But I'm willing to try out using bigger size for
I
the
think-
sake of like.
Think
yeah,
about it like
trying out.
this. If you've got $1,000 account, and you know you go like let's say that you bought in right here at 1435, right? This
Yeah.
this pullback right here. So from that pullback at 1445 or 1450, let's say it's 1450 you bought. That brought you down to 1250. So you lost about $200 there, but you also have a month on the contract, and you're already in the money. And it's bull flagging, and there's a daily
Mhm.
gap above. So losing 200 right there. Now, have you lost $200 in a day trading same days or more than that?
Yes.
Okay, so why is this a worse idea than trading the same days? because those add up, dude. If you're only doing 100 or 200 bucks, like you said, on your same days or weeklies, um, and you lose 30 bucks here, then you lose 30 bucks the next trade, and then you do that a couple more times, and then you would have lost over 200 bucks, um, versus just having a very long out contract at $1,000 right here, and then now that's worth $868 more.
Would you advocate me putting in like 70, 80% of my account on the line for one position if I really believe in it?
I'm not advocating it. I'm saying that I did that, and that's why I made money, because I had time, and
Okay, I
it
see.
moved slower.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
And
Yeah.
like, you see how you're still losing the same, or actually more money
Yeah.
on weeklies and same days by doing your like I said earlier, you're using like a pickaxe on a tree, and that takes time, and you're chipping away at the tree, versus just a whole chainsaw, and then you can just cut through the whole tree right away. And so that's the bigger contract, is the chainsaw, and your $200 positions on same days is the pickaxe. Like you're just like
Yeah.
you're just like chipping. There's different ways to take down the tree, but there's always a smarter way, which is the chainsaw.
Hey, do you think the premiums on IWM are like lesser than SPY? Because if anything, I might just switch to that entirely.
Let's find out.
You should get an IBKR account, bro, because that'll really help you just buy a better contract, and then you can cut it literally at minus 10% and re-enter whenever you want with an IBKR account.
Okay.
An IWM 190 call, is this gonna work? Okay, I guess not. Let's see, IWM, and something that expires in the 18th of March. Oh, yeah. 190. Yeah, they're cheaper.
Okay.
They are cheaper. Yeah, it's just not loading it right now, but you can see the price. So yeah, you would have been able to buy that for 623 bucks, and now you can sell it for 1,146 bucks. It's a pretty good deal, I think. And it's got a month of time left. Now watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. See how the lowest point was 623?
Yeah.
Watch this. Look at the daily there. Huge green candle. Let's go to now. So when you bought it right here for 623 bucks right here, it
Yeah.
it didn't even go down 200 bucks from holding from here all the way through here. All of these days you could have held, and you wouldn't even lost 200 bucks. How does that make
Okay.
you feel?
Better. I think if I lost 200 bucks, I probably would have cut prior, to be honest. Like, I still try to keep my losses small, because, like, you also said cut whenever you feel like you lose more money than you're comfortable with. And I feel like 200 is a lot in my eyes. Like, I would not feel comfortable losing 20% of my account. Like, even if I think it's going to go back up.
You
Yeah.
you lose that. You said earlier that you lost more than 200 bucks in the day before.
No, I agree, right? But, like, that was me taking multiple trades, right? But in a single position, I try to keep my stop loss to, like, maybe like 10, 20%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I really think I don't have a stop loss for a reason. Like, because I just cut it when I no longer believe in the setup. So it's about the setup now. It's not about my P&L.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I still feel like I have like some trouble like distinguishing whether or not a setup is still bullish or not, because like I'm just overthinking, overanalyzing, seeing like bullish and bearish on like multiple time frames.
So
Which is
you-
why I originally wanted to stick to just having like a hard stop loss instead of like a hard percent stop loss instead of just like seeing the shape and then
you don't
you
think
know.
you don't think this monthly 50% retracement is a good enough reason to hold?
I do. Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you if you can find more reasons to hold than to sell, then you hold. And if you can find more reasons to sell than to hold, then you just sell.
Okay.
You really got to nail down your reasoning, and it's an ETF, and the market's not crashing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll implement these changes on Monday, and you'll be there to see like what I'm thinking and stuff. I'll keep
Good.
you updated.
Good. I don't say these things to patronize anybody. I say these things because, and I say them in a patronizing way, pretty much because I want you to see how simple it is when you just keep your thinking as minimal and as least thinking as possible.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing, but I feel like if you know, that helped me when I was thinking like, why would I not hold this? You know, that when I was younger in trading.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pretty sure you've risked maybe $480 on a contract before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean now it's worth 1,735 as of
That's a month
Friday.
out expiry.
This one 318, so this one actually just expired. But if you were to hold it for 4 days,
Oh,
this
okay.
one, yeah. And maybe can do maybe like April 18th. Let's see how that works. You know, if you were to get in on this bad boy on the 190 call, you know, back when IWM was.
Well, for the sake of consistency, can we just like stick to contracts under 1,000? Because I won't be able to afford anything above that.
No, yeah, this was
Yeah.
under 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
924.
and yeah, it's not quite traded as often, so like, let's see.
Is that like a super in the money?
195.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do the even further out of the money. This is in the money. The 195.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, 195 call. Let's see how that works. So yeah, you could have bought it right here on this day. This was March 14th. This right here was March 14th. You would have bought it at around $700 probably, right up here, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, and maybe if you wanted to wait the next day, you know, opened a little under that. So if you bought it at 700 up here, you know, you would have only been down like 40, $50, which is manageable. And
Yeah.
then yeah, gapped up, pushed up right over here to 900. So you spent 700, you made 200. Cool. If you think IWM is going to keep on going up because, you know, SPY's in a weekly downtrend and IWM is also on a monthly 50% retracement, then you know, those are two very, very large time frame reasons to hold a month out swing April calls on these. And so you would have spent about $700 and you would have doubled your money right there at 1,400.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably too late now, but
Of course, I'm just
Always-
showing you
yeah,
like this 4 days ago was a thing. Like this was possible,
yeah.
and it was bull flagging right here, and it literally just broke out and retested, and then pushed. A lot of you guys are quiet. How do you guys feel? Mike?
I feel good about it. It's honestly been a lot more.
Getting clearer, guys? Mr. Mike LT, how do you feel? Matt, how do you feel?
Good.
Good. Good. G-Man, Jin, Dale, you guys all good? You guys feel good about this?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Hey, Pat, Mal just messaged me. He wants to make sure it's recorded.
This is recorded.